Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an exciting one. I've been wanting to film this for the longest time, but I haven't really gotten around to filming it. So here I am filming this video, and I thought today was the perfect day to film it because exactly a year ago from today was when I started this journey on this new hobby of mine. If you like to learn all about hand lettering, calligraphy, and modern calligraphy, you came to the right place. Everything that I know as of today is all self-taught, all self-research. After watching this video, if you have any further questions, just leave them down below in the comments and I'll try my best to answer them. And if you're just tuning in to my channel, my name is Mymy. I film beauty, fashion, lifestyle related videos, and I also vlog on my separate vlogging channel. I'll leave a link above here somewhere or down in the description box below. Alright, okay, with all that said, let's begin. There are three key things I want to tackle in this video. I want to talk about the tools, the techniques, and the strokes. Starting with the tools, I have all of my pens in this cute acrylic clear holder right here. So everything that I am going to be sharing with you in this video, if I forget to mention it, be sure to check out my description down below. I'll have everything linked for you, that way it's easier. Don't mind the center part. These are all of my dry erase markers that I use to study with, but on the side here, that's where the main focus is. Let's run through this list of things. So here is an overview of all the pens, the brush pens, the markers, even pencil that I have. The first pen I want to talk about is this Tombow dual brush pen, which is a very popular pen. Just like the name implies, there's one end that is a brush and the other is just a fine point marker. It comes in a variety of colors, but this is the only one I have and it is in the color black. Here I have the Xoxo brush pen. This is hands down my favorite brush pen. I have it in two sizes. There's a hard tip and there's a soft tip. The next pens I have are these water brushes. The full name is Pentel Arts Aquash water brush, and it comes in three different sizes. I believe I have the fine point, the medium, and the large. And the bottom portion here is where you add the water, which is nice so that you don't have to constantly dip in water. So this next pen is an actual calligraphy pen. It's also dual-ended, so one end there is a 2.0mm and also 3.5mm, and it has a straight edge to it, so you get a nice precise line. Here I have the two pens or markers that I actually started with. These are the Crayola Super Tips markers and also the Pipe Squeaks markers. These are great for beginners. The next thing is good old Sharpies. Here I have two, just your standard fine point Sharpie. And here I have this white Sharpie that is oil based. Here I have illustration pens or fine liners. You can get these in a variety pack and it comes in different sizes. These are really great for creating details and really fine lines. I use these mainly for bullet journaling whenever I want to be creative and, you know, doodle and draw flowers. These are great for that. And also, being lefty, these pens are great because it dries really fast, so you won't have to worry about smudging or getting ink on your hand. Lefty probs. I do have this white gel pen and of course your good old pencil. Not only can you faux calligraphy with a pencil, but it's great to have a pencil when you are starting off. Don't be afraid to use a pencil first and then go in with the pen afterwards and outline your letters, your illustration, whatever it is. Besides the brush pens, the pens, and the markers, you're going to need paper. And this is very important because you want to use paper that is smooth and not texture. So as you can see here, I have three different types of papers. First is your good old cardstock paper. I have it in black and white, and you don't want to use like a thin paper like a loose leaf paper because the ink is going to bleed through. And this is actually the very first notebook pad that I started off with. Now there's actually one exception to texture paper, and that is watercolor papers. As you can see here, it is textured, it is thick, And the reason being is that it's going to hold the water much better, because if you have a smooth paper, the water is just going to drip and it's just gonna run through the paper. I apologize in advance. I just feel like today is such a bad day to film. They are blowing leaves outside and my son is still wide awake. So, excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. So we just talked about the tools. The next thing I want to talk about is the techniques. First thing is your posture. You're going to be writing for a long time. Trust me when I say this, because you're going to be wanting to practice and practice and practice. So you want to pay attention to your posture. Do not hunch over and hover over your paper, because you're just going to be uncomfortable in that position for the long time, and it's just not going to be good for your back. So one, posture. The second thing is pressure. The pressure, you really want to focus on that, because your hand should not be hurting after you write. And that was one of the mistakes I made. I would find that after I would write, I would have like a little dent right here on my middle finger, and I would have nail prints on my palm here. Like, that's how hard I was gripping my pen. So have that in mind. Pressure, you want to be as relaxed as possible. You want your pens to glide across the paper, not that angrily writing on the paper and putting too much pressure. So you got your posture, you got your pressure, and the last thing is angles. You definitely don't want to write straight. You want to have your pen at an angle. You want to have it at an angle, at a slant. Those are the main techniques. Again, your posture, the pressure, and the angles. The last thing I want to talk about are the strokes. This is the fun part. This is where we finally get to start writing. The key thing I want you to keep in mind is to have thick and thin lines. You want thick downstrokes and thin upstrokes. You want to press down and glide up. So here are a couple of exercises that I personally did that I found very helpful. First, you want to make a U shape. Thick downstrokes, thin upstrokes. The letter N. So you want thin upstrokes, thick downstrokes, thin upstrokes, thick downstrokes. To really put this exercise into practice, a really fun word that you can write is minimal. As a beginner, the 3 words I love writing the most is hi, hello, and minimum. Really, those are like the easiest words to write, and I just enjoy it so much. Personally, for me, the letters that I struggle the most with is S, R's, T's, and P's, sometimes F. Okay, basically the whole alphabet, I'm not gonna lie. It was a struggle for me at first, but practice makes perfect. You guys got this. Okay, what else? And the last tip I just want to throw into this video as well is that you can actually faux calligraphy. You're probably thinking, what does that mean? So faux calligraphy is, again, taking the idea of thin upstrokes and thick downstrokes. Just write your word, whatever word you choose. Of course, I chose the word hello because it's super easy to write. Just write it out like you normally would, or in cursive. What you do after is just draw in almost like a box next to all the downstrokes, and then go in and fill in the empty spaces. Or you can leave it empty. Sometimes I like that look as well. Now here I'm just showing you a guideline. You absolutely don't have to draw the lines out all the time, but this helped me at the beginning. So what I did was drew 4 lines and labeled the spaces between them A, X, and D. The top line is the ascender line, and the last line is your descender line. So it's kind of like a activity you would do in elementary. Once you perfect it, you can start playing around with your letters, make it more bouncier. You can also play around with flourishing. That is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I really want to put this video out first before I start showing my bullet journals because I thought it would make more sense. I do have a separate Instagram where I dedicate all of my calligraphy, hand lettering, and it's called All Right With Me right here. And if you are starting hand lettering and calligraphy, and if you want to show me any of your work, just hashtag All Right With Me Mymy. And that is it for today's video. Thank you so much again for watching. Before I close off the video, I just wanted to show you me hand lettering in real time. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the clip, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!